Welcome to 11:45 of Vivid Life. Now, there is some content warning here, so if any of this is triggering or distressing, feel free to skip this video, or at any point in the video, skip forward, stop watching. I'll put markers, like timestamps, in the video, the description and the comments. So I found this on Itch. A short weird tale about a girl who discovered her skeleton isn't hers, stole an x-ray machine, and fled to the country to investigate her own body. This game seems to be inspired by, now I'm probably going to say this wrong and accidentally butcher it, so I'm going to put the name up on screen, Dima Goryanov? Their entry for a Famicase exhibit in 2018. The devs originally had started this particular game for the AGBIC, a game by its cover, Game Jam, and they ended up finishing it because they wanted to. You might know this dev team, Deconstructeam, better for their game The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, which seemed pretty popular for a hot little minute across the internet. I personally haven't played it, so I don't know what it's like, but they seem to make a variety of different little smaller games as well on their Itch page. So the art style of this actually caught my attention, as well as the, incredibly weird premise. Seems like it's going to be a interesting little play. If any of these warnings here distress you, by all means, stop watching the video for your own safety. Let's get into it. Also, I don't know why my mouse is massive, by the way. The screen, the window for this game is like small as. I'll probably chuck a little image up to show you just how small it is compared to like the rest of my screen. Lainey? I'm assuming that's how you say their name. I can't go back to live a normal life until I go through this. Please, come home. Did you start the tape recorder? This is gonna get weird. No matter what you hear, please stay put. Who are you talking to, ma'am? If anything were to happen to me, this transmission will serve as a testimony. What is that? I guess that's the x-ray machine on top of the car. The skeleton inside me isn't mine. I'm in the process of investigating what's going on. Yes, I tried discarding the idea at first. However, once you're convinced of something like this, an absolute horror gets a hold of you. Picture being inhabited by a stranger. I'd rather not, but you can't just go about attending school after the realization. The best course of action is to steal an x-ray machine and escape to the country to peek into your own body. Well, I mean, you could go to a medical professional, but the idea of saying, oh, my skeleton's not mine is a bit wild, I suppose. Although, there is a state of mind where some people are convinced that their limbs aren't their own and that they are greatly distressed at the idea of it and try to go to emergency services to get their arm or leg cut off and removed. It's incredibly sad, actually, if you know someone or you yourself are going through that. Are you still with me? Please, come home. Voice on the, who's she talking to on the radio? Oh, it's like a ham radio. Is that the word for it? What is this plugged into? Because I don't see any power sources going on. And wouldn't you also need aren't they meant to be kept in a special room so that other stuff around doesn't get x-ray radiation? I'm no professional. I've had x-rays before, but usually, they're contained within a room so that, stuff doesn't get everywhere. Alright, I set up camp. Unless this is why she did go into the country, to avoid all that. I'll keep you posted of my advances through the radio. I brought a medkit in case the x-rays show some strange body under my skin. And don't worry, I know my ways around a scalpel. Are you a medical student, perhaps? Oh, That's flashing flash warning there. Jesus. Medkit. Focus, Laney. First, locate, then extract. You're gonna take your don't take your skeleton out. We promised to stop digging randomly in our flesh. Oh, well, they do. I'm guessing I'm gonna assume she. She does have little band-aids on them. Laney here. Gonna keep investigating. Out. So I wonder if someone else is on the other end of that. Or she's just kind of talking to no one. Okay. Through the machine. Oh! Goodness. I might briefly censor that, even though we've had a trigger warning for it. I don't know if I can share that on YouTube. Well, let's get this out of the way then. Blur that. Thank you, me. Well, eyeballs. Weird. It's a crystal eye. Oh. I could gouge out and examine it closely. Ah, just gouging. His teeth are artificial. I should take a closer look at them. I brought some pliers with me. Oh! They look like they're rooted into the jaw, though. Oh, that's horrifying. I've just had my braces, tightened the other day. So thinking about, like, pulling teeth out now is just really vivid to me. Oh, God! Oh, my. Okay, deep breaths. If her eye's artificial, is it gonna... Hold on, maybe later. Let's see what else is in her body. Chest? Okay. Can't zoom or anything. Nothing here. Delicious ribcage. Stomach? What's that? There's a weird substance in my stomach. It reacts to x-rays. What could it be? I can try to make myself throw up. Ugh. Well, that does sound better than gouging parts of our teeth and face and eyeball out, so... Okay. Arm? Nothing there specifically. Hand. Oh. Looks like an electronic device. I don't like the idea of keeping that inside with me. So, I'm just, my brain's already churning and gearing and grinding some ideas out here. Either this stuff is actually happening in reality, or she's having some kind of like, what's the word for it? She's like disassociating from her own body. Unless this is purely just like a sci-fi thing. Sometimes stuff like this is explored in sci-fi, the concept of self and identity, or the loss thereof. Nothing in the hands. Your crouch. Great pelvis, well done. Excuse me. Going back in. There's a cut on her leg here. What's that? Some small round object. What is it doing inside of me? I better extract and get a closer look. So far I'm liking the idea of just throwing that thing up. Not so much gouging everything, but there's already a cut there. Nothing in the other long bone. What about your knees? Oh, look at those patellas. Glorious little patellas. What about your shins? Nothing in the shins. Thank God, because I think that would be the most painful place to try to extract something. What about your feet? Oh, the entire feet. Oh, one's bigger than the other. That one's bigger. Ugh, my feet are sized very differently. They're like two shoe sizes apart. Well, based on my own human bio knowledge, everyone is actually, one half of them is bigger than the other half, so you might find that one hand or a foot is longer, or just slightly longer than your corresponding limb. But let's see here. They're like two shoe sizes apart. They're so different, these bones may come from different humans. Whoever put the skeleton inside me isn't familiar with the human body. Learnt in class we humans aren't symmetrical. This is not conclusive. Well, I wouldn't say they're like too different, but we are saying they're two sizes apart. I will say this is not conclusive. We don't want to go into hysteria just yet. I always hated my feet. Especially when I have to buy 2 pairs of sneakers to get a single pair that fit my own feet. See, that dialogue does imply that maybe she's had, you know, she just has a bigger foot than the other. Okay, yeah, just, let's inform the radio of our very weird feet. My feet. My feet definitely can't be mine. They're so gross. I always end up getting hurt because I buy the biggest size of a pair of shoes and fill one of them with paper to fit my smaller foot. Oh. It's not that having to buy 2 pairs is expensive. I look ridiculous. Please, come home. These feet, I reject them. They're not mine. Yeah, see? This is like the thing I was talking about, where people think their limbs aren't their own. So maybe that's what she's going through. Maybe she's kind of having like a crisis at the moment. Okay. A bullet? Oh! Is that what that's meant to be? Oh. Maybe let's extract microchip from under my skin. That was just in the, like, thumb index wedge, wasn't it? Huh. See, throwing up doesn't seem as invasive as all of this does, and the microchip one seems the less invasive out of the having to pull something out. Let's throw up, maybe. Well, yeah, it's vomit. I hope it doesn't smell much. Oh, Jesus. Ugh. The taste is awful. What's that thing doing inside my stomach? It's like that Santa Clarita spider ball. Santa Clarita diet. That's Drew Barrymore. Looks like coagulated blood and pus. The smell is terrible. I recognize this. It's plastic explosive. I can notice stuff moving around inside the mass. Feels otherworldly. Ugh. I want to say blood and pus. Ugh. Well, I don't think it's an explosive. Well, that bullet does make me question this, although if that in her leg is even a bullet. I'm gonna say blood and pus, maybe. Oh. This is not the first time I've seen this, though. I have an unhealable wound inside from when my belly was pierced. Oh. Oh. That's unfortunate. Ew. Okay. Oh, well, let's look at it, actually. Let's take a peek. Back to the stomach. Oh, okay, so it's just gonna be there. Alright. Yeah, great! Let's do more stuff to our body. Extract the microchip, maybe. Let's remove this baby. Oh, Jesus. Looks like a microchip. It's blinking. This is a citizen's chip we all have installed at birth? Excuse me? This doesn't look like human technology. It's a tracking device. Someone's watching my movements. Ugh. Well, the radio does keep telling us to come home. Maybe somebody is tracking us? This is high military tech. Somehow I can tell. Why would any intelligence agency want to keep track of me? I don't know. What do you know? Why is there a bullet in your thigh? Okay, deep breaths. Are you not even gonna, like, wrap your hand up, or...? Okay. Let's pull the bullet out before we start pulling our eyeballs out, at least. I've never cut so deep into my thigh. Here goes nothing. Oof. Oh, the noise. Thank God this isn't pixel art, because I don't think I'd be able to handle something with a more realistic approach. Ugh, it's a bullet. I had a bullet inside my thigh. Now I remembered Johan's games with his gun. This is a special caliber used by Russian agents. The wound is so old. Was I shot as a kid? Yeah, it looked like there was a scar on top of it. When we, were scanning her. I'm assuming she was shot, maybe. I don't have any memories of this. But I do recall the smell. It's making me want to cry. Oh. Teeth, I guess? Ah, this is gonna hurt. I should have stolen a bottle of vodka while I was at it. If you are apparently, I'm inferring here that you're a medical student of sorts, would you not have brought numbing stuff? Or some kind of local anesthetic that you could take but still be able to yank bits out? What is vodka gonna do for you? Other than sterilize. You're just gonna get drunk and silly, and then all your thoughts and conspiracies about your skeleton are just gonna be a little wilder. Oh. Now my mouth feels all weird. Yeah, mine does too now. In addition to not being mine, I guess. These teeth almost look and feel like the real thing. Who is Johan? Is that like a mum's boyfriend situation kind of thing? Or a stepdad? Or her an actual dad and she just doesn't call him by his name? I once died the day Johan beat me with a frying pan. It reminds me of how they would punish child soldiers other side of the border. They're not alike at all. These may come from different people. This has a very interesting dystopian undertone. As if there's, there's some kind of war at play here. These buildings in the back do look kind of weird. Like, this whole area looks very junkyardy and desolate. These teeth on this look and feel like the real thing. Let's not say we got beat in the face, maybe. Maybe they came from different people? Is this skull some sort of Frankenstein? Where did the maker of the skeleton get his material from? Oh, should I be reporting everything to the radio? Perhaps. I believe I was shot as a kid. I know memories from when we were kids are supposed to be nebulous, confusing, but I feel there's something in my head blocking them. Images don't get to me. But the sounds do. The smells do. Yeah, a lot of your olfactory senses and your other senses are very key parts to remembering things. Especially like, if you're walking somewhere and you smell something and it brings you back to a particular memory. You might not necessarily have remembered that memory, but now you do because of the actual smell or sound. It's very weird how the mind works. But is this implied that either she's had her memories wiped, or is she remembering other people's memories because she is actually made up of different people? Now that's gonna be freaky if that's true. Especially the smells, yes. The wound in my thigh is so old, the scar deformed by growth. See, I even noticed it here, like it is a scar. So it couldn't be the other ones, really. I was shot as a kid, and this bullet has been somehow living inside me for years. That's also entirely possible, because there are veterans from war that still do have shrapnel inside of them. Either that the doctors have missed, or they can't actually get removed, because that would lead to, internal damage that you then can't fix, or stuff's too close to the heart or skull or something. It smells like burnt flesh and rubble, the smell of high-pitched screams. Oh, I don't know if that thunder was timed, or... Please come home. These bones ache. I vomited pus, blood and pus. I've been vomiting blood and pus from time to time since I have memory. The doctor said this was untreatable, that it'd heal as I grow. I don't remember the visit though, it's just what I've always been told. Oh, what if she is like a homunculus or something? I cared much because this has always been with me. It doesn't happen often, maybe 6 or 7 times a year. That's still a lot to be throwing up that often with that kind of stuff coming out. If I stare long enough at this gross puddle, my ears start ringing, vision goes numb, and the taste of rotten blood evokes some old trauma of something piercing my stomach. Lay in the ground, black clouds over purple clouds, being wrapped in a blanket by some people in uniforms. Oh, maybe parts of her were soldiers? Please, come home. Maybe the voice on the radio is like loved ones begging for their other loved ones to come back. I'm just spurring a train of consciousness here because this kind of stuff is like so fascinating to me. I hope it actually has like a twist, or even if it's like a vague ending. I like stuff like that too because it leaves you a lot of room to imagine and think and ponder. Okay, we may be in serious trouble. I found a tracker device under my skin. It is blinking and looks military. Should I destroy it? What is this doing inside of me? Is my skeleton property of some government secret agency? That would explain a lot. Please, come home. Ugh, this is getting me paranoid. Or more paranoid, I guess. What about my teeth? I pulled some teeth out of my mouth. They're all so weird and different. Couldn't you just pop up like a mirror to check that out, instead of having to rip them out of you? The colour is all wrong. I'm sure these all come from different people. I knew it. My skull has been crafted. These are not my original bones. Now it makes sense why it felt so gross to chew food. It feels like feeding from other people's mouths. Ugh. The writing and description of stuff is very good so far. Props to the writers and everything. I don't want to eat ever again. Please, come home. Okay. Let's remove the eyeball. Okay, I am. Oh, is it like actually a fake eye? Not like a, you know, attached biometric optics or some cyborg stuff. Let's take a quick look and put it back. I can feel the cold air inside my skull. It's really unpleasant. Oh, yeah, I bet it would be. I feel life pulsating inside of it. There's a code number behind this. This is the price I paid for my stupidity. Now that one's vague and ominous. Oh, I lost this eye during archery practice. Schools should do a maturity test before accepting archery students. What do you just played a game of chicken or something? So we all like... Okay, so there's like nothing else in us for sure. I should tell you about how I lost my eye. I never did tell you about how I lost my eye, did I? In one of my early life crises. Oh yeah, see? Maybe she's had multiple crises during her time. I joined an archery club to try and make some friends. Why archery? You see, I'm a bitch for fantasy novels, and archers are usually among my favorite characters. I guess you already know where this is gonna go, right? Short story. We recreated William's Tell infamous scene, and I was the one with the apple on the head. So that must be William Tell's? William's Tell? Anyways. I'm so sorry. Please, come home. Oh, so I guess somebody must have accidentally scooped. Okay. Oh, is there more? Lower legs? No. Other thigh? Other than the bullet? Is there something? Oh! Elbows? What about the other elbow? Nothing there. Lower chest cavity? Other than our delicious blood and pus bowl? Oh, what about like a... Oh no, because we've already looked in like the heart and stuff. Oh, the esophagus. Some of the skeleton's cervical discs have been replaced. Takes me back to the day Joanne pushed me out of the window. Sorry, Johan? Yeah, Johan, not Joanne. Whoever built the skeleton did an imperfect job. This brings vague memories of being buried. Who is Johan? Let's do a Johan one. That day, I couldn't take it anymore. I was trying to escape when he... Jesus. Anything else while we're here? Shoulders? No, it didn't look like anything was in the shoulders. What about your brain? No brain. Nothing else. Oh, see, if I just scan a little bit low, I've seen that. Can I... Okay, no, we can't really do anything about that. We just gotta talk about it. Yeah, let's not mess with our vertebrae and central nervous system, baby. I'm gonna tell you about how Johan Johan hurt my back. That day, Johan's screams didn't paralyze me. It was worse. They haunted my legs. My skeleton would start running towards the window, not willing to endure another of Johan's beatings. In case you didn't know, when your skeleton decides to override the instructions from your muscles, you just turn into a puppet. So my bones jumped out of the window. I fell on top of a car, but it wasn't then when the spine was damaged. It was when the typewriter Johan threw out the window that crushed my back. Ugh! Like really, one of those like old big heavy ones? That's how I got the cervical disc replacements. Please, come home. Silver lining is, the skeleton never overtook control again. Maybe she's just had a lot of physical trauma in her life and she's trying to rationalize it. Oh, here we go. I guess we got everything. I think I solved the mystery. I've dug enough around my body for a life. So far, all what I've found points towards a clear conclusion. I must accept it, this is my skeleton. The skeleton belongs to a child soldier. Well, Are we saying, like, this is your own skeleton because this is your trauma? Like, it's still you even though it's changed so much? Or does Lainey think her skeleton isn't hers because it's not what it was as a child? And that's why she thinks she's some kind of child soldier because of all the damage done to it? Or her trauma's repressed memories, so she feels like she doesn't recall herself? Oh boy. I think it is her skeleton. Maybe she's just had a lot of physical trauma. Are you still there? I finished my investigation. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. I'm ashamed. I'm not well. I need help. The skeleton is mine, after all. Doesn't matter how many stories I make up to justify every tiny imperfection. This is my body, but I have trouble accepting that. I don't like myself. I don't think I will ever be able to like myself. I went and stole an x-ray machine from the hospital to avoid facing my low self-esteem. You're probably thinking I lost it. Now I see how delusional this all seems. And there's no telling when I'll lose touch with reality again. I don't trust myself anymore. Come and pick me up, please. Please, take me home. Hello? Oh, I was about to say, is she, you know, finally realizing she's having like a hallucinogenic moment? Or some kind of schizophrenia or hallucinations? But who is this guy? Please come home. Okay. Well, here you go, here's the credits. So who the heck was that guy? Oh, okay. It doesn't go anywhere else. Now I'm curious what the other ending is. Or if it's just the same thing again. Huh. Okay, I'll come back with that ending part maybe. And we'll see if it's any different. Okay, I've made all the way back here, so let's have a look. I think I solved the mystery. I've dug enough around my body for a life. So far, what I found points towards a clear conclusion. The skeleton belongs to a child soldier. I'm done. Definitely my skeleton isn't what you'd expect from a teenage girl. Oh, so you're still like in school? Not like college or anything? I assumed college because you can drive, and how else would you have access to this kind of stuff? You know, and pull this kind of thing off by yourself. Maybe still teenager, like 19 or something in that college. The clues I found are hard to piece together. Mostly because what my bones evoke are sounds and smells rather than images. I don't know what things are actual memories and what are the product of my imagination. But there's a clear pattern. Smoke, dirt, blood, fear, screams, scary loud noises. Most of the injuries the skeleton sustained point out that these bones belong to a child soldier. So, it is not magic nor science fiction. However, I can't help thinking in those memories and feelings as if they weren't mine. It's like I've inherited the body of a child soldier. Can PTSD do that to someone? It's weird though, because I don't feel sorry or scared. I feel thankful for the poor kid having endured war for me, then sacrificing themselves to give me another chance at life. Oh, so this might just be like her internalizing and then like internalizing the trauma and then it popping back up as PTSD as a teenager or a coming adult. Thank you. I will wear your bones with care and pride. Thank you. So who the heck is this guy then? Like, why's he got a head brace thing? Is this Johan? I'm not too entirely sure about that guy. But there you have it. So I guess this is all symbolism for mental illness and PTSD from, like, childhood abuse. That was very interesting. I thought it was going to take, like, a sci-fi turn or twist. But I guess it makes sense because some of the dialogue options are for, you know, they seem a bit extreme to the more reality and likely option. Whoever Johan is. There's probably heaps more dialogue in there if we did follow just each Johan incident. Or something that did sound like just the childhood trauma. But I'm going to leave that up to you guys. If you want to go play this, it's on itch. It's for free. There's plenty of more dialogue tidbits if you want to explore through those bits. Go check out Deconstructeam. And yeah, thank you for playing. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.